Hey, good afternoon. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If this video is helpful, please like, share. Most of all, send me nice comments, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate it. Remember, if any other man can do it, you can do it too. So today we're doing the rear brakes on a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Pretty simple, straightforward set of brakes. Not quite as easy as the front, but not any more difficult than them either. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the two 13mm bolts that hold on the brake caliper. I'm going to show you a little trick and tip if you're changing your actual whole brake rotor here. I'm not, but I'm going to show you how to compress that in there. You're going to take a screwdriver and you're going to put it in between the brake pad and the rotor if you're changing your rotors. Now you can also do it between the pad and the piston of the caliper as well, and I'll show you that. So you want to be pretty careful not to damage that. You don't have to do it this way, and I'm not gonna attempt this, but if I was changing my pads and rotors, I would take a hammer and a long screwdriver and I would tap it in between the rotor and the pad and push it through there. It's not necessary for me to do that because I'm going to do it a little bit different way. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to press this spring down, and that's going to allow you to pull the caliper out like this. This outboard brake pad actually sits on this clip right here, so you could technically pull it out like this because you're going to replace the brake pads anyways, but we're going to do it the right way. And when you go to put it back in, you're going to seat it in there like this and then push it like that. Make sure your boots don't hit. We'll show you that. So now we got our brake caliper off, and we need to double check and make sure that our pins are floating freely. So if you can take your finger and you can push that in and out, you're looking pretty good. You're looking pretty good on this side too. So now we can go ahead and remove the front brake pad. You're just going to take a screwdriver and pop that out of there. And then the back has like a little spider trap that goes up inside there, and you can push it in. To remove the front brake pad, you can just take the screwdriver, pry these tabs out, and then that'll allow you to pop it up and pull it out. And then the next one you can just take and grapple it like this. Maybe not. Pull it out. Throw it in the trash. Now to compress in my caliper, I use a vice grip style of these, and I can't do this one-handed. So when you release that, you're going to turn the knob about one turn, and then that's gradually going to push in. If you're using a C-clamp to push it in there, be really careful. All this has got to do is get flush, and I'll show you that here in a second. You flush this out. Don't push too hard because you will blow the back side of the piston out. Okay, now my piston is flush back inside the caliper. I have brake fluid leaking on the ground up in the front. That means that somebody filled the reservoir because the brake light was on, because the brake pads were bad and they didn't replace them. So now that we've got that in, we can reinstall the inboard pad first and then the outboard pad, and then slip it into place. Okay, now if you're changing your clips on your rear brake pads, you pop these off. Take a screwdriver and clean up the surface from any rust or stuff that gets on there, and then that'll allow your brake pads to go into place. That's if it's applied. When you go to put it on, make sure that these don't get in the way of your brackets where they slip right into the back of here. That's what they're going to want to do. And remember what I said, you're going to put it on like this and then push it up. I'm not going to be able to show you that and hold the camera at the same time. Okay, I've got it resting on there. Now, if my pen's not in the way, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to try to push this in at the same time. I don't know if I'll be able to do it with the camera here, but I'll try. Okay, now we've got it back into place. We're able to install our 13mm bolts back in there. Want to point out your brake line. A lot of people, when they take calipers off, they twist the brake lines and then put them back on. That will cause your brake to fade and you have problems. So hopefully you didn't twist up your brake line and already do this and like, why are my brakes not right? They don't feel right. I'll tell you, double check that. Hopefully you watched the whole video and then you would know that. Back in place, everything's good to go. Please, most of all, send me nice comments. Secondly, subscribe and share my videos. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair. Remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. Don't be the next to them, be the first to you. Have a great day.